Hi YouTube. I thought today we could do a tier list of the 2023 songs. Now I have tried them since we did an entire summer of looking at a preview and me being sassy about the preview. Now I thought maybe we could be sassy with the whole song out. The way I usually do tiers, we could pick our best and worst song. So start off with the best song and then put that as a benchmark. And then we're gonna put the worst song on the bottom. Can anyone guess what's my favorite song of this game? Is anyone gonna get it right? I wonder. Which? Oh, how did you guys know? For anyway, YouTube, if you guys don't know, my favorite song's which. So let's just grab my girl over here, Night Swan, and then put her in the best ever made map. It is so beautiful. She is so sassy. I did never identify more with anyone else, any other coach. I love me a villain. She is not gone. She will be back. I promise you. So NDA, but I promise you she'll be back. This is our favorite song. That's what I'm putting it. Yeah, and you cannot tell me anything, okay? If this is not your favorite song, you are wrong. Okay, no, I'm joking, but it is mine, so. Deal with it. It's called Self-Care, babe. Look it up. Which one is our worst song? The song that I don't ever want to do, that I have no interest in, and I see very little value from any perspective. Because we're trying to be objective here, but like, it's still my tier list, so objectivity out the way. Zooby-doo, 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 Zooby-doo. You guys hate Zooby-doo so much. Stay alt. I'm gonna surprise you here, because if you guys think that Zooby-Doo has no redeeming qualities, it is ridiculously stupid. It's like so bad that it's actually not that bad. Top of the world, I think you got it. I'm gonna grab our reptile if I can see him. Where's the reptile? Guys, I can't see the reptile here.
One eternity later.
I think the combination here is it was just the perfect storm of bullshit. This song is trying to take itself seriously and it really shouldn't. That's why I don't think Zooby-Doo is that bad, because Zooby-Doo is an open troll song. So it just always wanted to be a troll and it really excels at being a troll. This thinks that it's serious and it really shouldn't be serious. This being like the banner of JD for 2 or 3 months and everyone's like, oh my god, is it gonna be Lyle? Is it Lyle this week? Is it Lyle this week? And then Lyle came out and I'm like, yeah, we could have lived without that. It was just so underwhelming. Anything I do, I think Mama's gonna put this on a tier above Ye. I wasn't that big of a fan of Anything I Do when I saw it first. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought, oh god, this is hard, but I can't see it. And then they throw each other to the left and to the right. And it's like, what is happening? Who are those people? Anything I Do is something I really actually enjoy doing now. I know that Mama loves it. I would put this really high up. Like it's one of those dances that just, it feels great once you start getting it, but I'm gonna admit is a really difficult one. It's obviously counted as extreme. It doesn't have an easier version. I'm wondering, should I put it between perfect and super? I think for now I'm gonna put it on super. I have managed to get into it over the past 2 streams. Prior to that, I don't think I was fully into it. And the thing is, for the first time when I did it at Dina's stream, it was really scary because her space is quite small and it was 3 of us doing it. Ashley was so much into like the full death drops and everything, and all I could see is like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit someone, I'm gonna kick someone accidentally. So I like really held back on purpose. It's definitely a song to discover on your own. You need to reduce your spatial awareness anxiety for this. But definitely I'm now more immersed. I don't know how immersed you were before, but now I'm more immersed. Harry Styles. Does anyone know how loud planes are when they take off? Because I don't think they're as loud as this plane in As It Was. It's like I live in Gatwick. I don't like Harry Styles. I really don't care about this song. This would have been an okay, but I actually don't mind the choreo. Besides the massive, super loud plane that even the Twitter account is making fun of, I would put this on good. It's a song that I wouldn't be angry if someone makes me do it. It says with the option to remove plane noises. You're listening to that, Yubi. What is this? Boy with Love. Oh god, I really don't care about this one at all. I'm sorry, Stans, but I tried it and I would never reach for this. Never. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing ever created, but that's where it's going. I would never willingly do this map on my own. It's so blah. And it's also the same characters from like the other BTS song. Still above Lyle. Everything's above Lyle. Everything's above the reptile. Bring Me Back to Life. I was really excited about this. I'm a little bit scared of it now because I basically pulled an entire strand of hair from my hair because it got caught in the controller as I was on the floor and it was really painful. So I have a little bit of PTSD from that. I would highly recommend, if you want to dance this map, to not be holding a controller, okay? Do not do it because all these rubber parts, if you have long hair, you're gonna get screwed. I would put this on perfect, but unfortunately, I think I'm gonna degrade it down to like a super or even a good because it's because of all of those floor moves. I'm actually scared of doing it. I'm sorry, it's still a really good map. We're talking more about playability here, and I think this is not very playable. I love that they brought it back. I was really excited for it. Still love the androgynous coach, player 2. Still love the entire routine. It's just really scary for me to do. Can't Stop the Feeling. I've done this map in full from a long time ago. Will I actively choose to do this map? Probably not. But do I hate this map? Probably not either. I think it sets up a really cool part of the lore. It's really fun. They've gone super creative with it. Try to incorporate dances from like the older Just Dances. It makes sense. It's really cute. Will I be dancing to it all the time? Probably not. The only reason why I'm gonna put it into like a lower tier is I'm gonna put it into good. And I think the really long intro and outro is not gonna make it any better. I've done it before, there's nothing that changed for me. Danger High Voltage 16-bit version. I have mixed feelings on this. I am a really big fan of storytelling and lore building and little Easter eggs. This is one of the most Easter egg filled choreo that we've had in the last 5 years. And I give it props for that. Once you've done the choreo a few times, it actually starts fitting into place. It does feel really choppy at first because it's only 16-bit. It's also one of those maps that you can 13k while sitting down. It's really easily scored. It has really high watch value. I wouldn't reach for it on the daily, but I would actually put it above Can't Stop the Feeling because I love the little Easter eggs that you could look at in the back. I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna probably put this here. This is not as bad as Boy With Love. I wouldn't be as mad if someone requested Danger High Voltage 16-bit. Disco Inferno. I really don't care about this one. I'm sorry for all my LGBTQ plus who are really upset with me not knowing Disco Inferno. Will I ever pick up Disco Inferno on my own? Probably not. That's kind of how I felt about it when it came out. It's just not my type. It's just not my soul. I know we did a cosplay, but it fit really well with Halloween and everything. Yeah, it's not that fun. The choreo is not that fun. Now I'm reflecting back on it. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's really okay. And it's like the definition of okay. It's edging on average, but it's not quite average. It's just below it. Comic Sans Driver License Lady. This was as bad as I thought it would be, if not worse. The thing is, I have started memeing it so hard that it's not an X. It's actually a bit better than an X. Fact that you like start smiling halfway through the entire song and then it makes no sense and then there's hair flips in the end and you're like so much in the moment. It's like, oh my god. That's the reason why this Comic Sans Driver License is not gonna be on an X. JD, you butchered it. It was really butchered. This is a bad choreo. It's bad. And the whole attitude she has is bad. Like she is not doing a great job. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have wanted more Olivia songs. Maybe not that one, but hey, okay. Whatever. Finally, next one, Dynamite. Okay, it's actually not that bad. I like the storytelling and the dance feels good. I'm just gonna actually put it on a good. It's a good dance. It's a good addition. I really didn't care about any BTS songs. I still don't, but if this dance comes up, I'll be like, okay, maybe I can learn it a little bit better next time. But I would never sit down and learn this extreme. I just wouldn't. I'm sorry. Can we get a poll for Farfalle? If you guys, what do you think of it? I haven't played that one yet. I don't think anyone has. This one's very specific. She's sassy. I love it already. I can't wait to have it. I love it already. Maybe we can watch it quickly. It's amazing, Astylia. You gotta see it. Is that the Italian song? San Giovanni? Italian exclusive? Yeah, okay. This looks fun. First reaction is, this is not easy, and it looks fun. Oh, there's a butterfly. It's a butterfly. It's cute. Does Farfalle mean butterfly? Yes, it does? Yay! Okay, good. I'm gonna put this on good because I don't think I like it quite as much as those two here. So we're gonna put it on good and maybe it will get moved up at some point. Good ones. This is one of the songs that I did not actually do a full preview reaction to. I would have been screaming. I was unfortunately traveling around, so I couldn't actually get to do a first reaction to or give you any of my opinions. The truth is, I was really excited for it when I first saw it, and when I first tried it, it was everything I expected. All the way here, bitch. It's one of the best additions this year. Absolutely one of the best additions. I'm not sure how it's scored in terms of difficulty. I would score it as easy. There's nothing too difficult in the choreo. It is so impactful. It feels so great and sassy to do. It's literally, she's a villain and I stan her. And every time I see her, I see Caitlyn. And I'm like, yes, this is how you do an easy dance well. They blew it out the water. This is how you get a perfect easy map, and it's great. I have noticed the scoring for this is really difficult, especially like these moves to the side and then up and down. I'm not sure if you're meant to do them early, late, or hold your Joy-Con upside down. So for anyone wondering, if you can't score this, just hold your Joy-Con upside down or like have a glove or something. But as a choreo, as a coach, the background looks exactly like Catacombs in Elden Ring, and I want her to be somehow connected to the witch because I think they're both villains, and it's just, yes, perfect. So good. This is how you do it. And now we're gonna go on to Heat Waves, which I wasn't overly excited for when it launched. I don't know if I think we did a full review of this, of the preview anyway. It looked exactly like from the game Stray. It apparently isn't from the game Stray. They're not working with that studio, which left me a bit confused. Why does it look like Stray? The choreo tries to build up throughout the song, which I can appreciate. The times I did it, I didn't actually hate it. I thought it was pretty good. Not like quite super, but it was pretty good. It wasn't alright. Like, if someone makes me do it, I'll be like, beat a bop bop, sure babe. Like, it was fine. It did not make me angry as those three did. So, I'm sorry, Heat Waves. I know you might deserve more if someone else was scoring you, or someone else who knew the song was scoring you. They might have scored you a bit higher than good. Beat a bop bop, boop, beep, boop. We have Talia Sway next. Oh my god. Look, I really like this song. I was really excited when it was announced. And honestly, the choreo delivered. I'm not unhappy about the choreo. I think the choreo actually delivered more interesting, intricate moves with the spins during the verses than I expected. It was quite simple in the preview, but the rest of the verse is actually quite intricate. And like with the little spins and the way she looks as she spins, it's still really, really nice. There's like 5 or 6 different costume changes in here. It's really fun to do. So I'm just wondering, do I put it between perfect or super? Because it's totally a song I would pick up. I would pick the song up and I would do it just on my own. I think we're gonna put it to perfect. It's not quite yet, because people still have a problem with the kick move, which is really slow. I personally don't. I don't want to influence you, but put it in perfect. I'm gonna put it in perfect, don't worry. If I was right now to do my next song, would I do I Knew You Were Trouble? Absolutely. The main point of doing this list is for you guys to get an idea and for me to go through the playability of each song. Because there might be some maps that are great, but if they're impossible to play, it's why are they there? If you want to party, then you can just dance. Ooh, I wonder, what do you guys think of this one? I am not gonna give an opinion yet. I want to hear you. Oh my god, we have Resident Sleeper. Deleted. You guys hate it. Okay. It's an okay one. Put it below Lyle. Oh my god, you guys hate it. I didn't think you would have hated that much. It can go in okay for sure. If You Want to Party was like meh when I saw the preview, but after dancing it, I really like it. Boring when selecting it, but when you do the dance, it's still boring. Not as bad. If You Want to Party is a fucking bob. Okay, good. We have like mixed opinions, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Because when you listen to the song first and you look at the map and you think, what the fuck is this? What did you do, Ubisoft? I have no idea what you mean. And then you do it. You do it like with Dina on stage and it's like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then you leave the con and then you go home and you find yourself humming If You Want to Party in the shower for 3 weeks straight. Because this is how much this song gets stuck in your head if you actually have fun doing it. You know what? Maybe you hated it first, but bitch, you're still singing it in the shower. Okay, you're still fucking singing it. You're reaching for that shower gel and you're like, if you wanna party, then you can just dance. Like I can tell you're still in your head. So this song culminates our entire storyline and I have a certain appreciation for it. I think there was a mistake to release this song before the rest of the songs that culminate the storyline. The biggest confusion I had, and I still do, is why can you not play as the other characters? I think it's so much fun because each one of them does an ever so slightly different set of moves. And they have like their own little parts that they play. I think it would have been fun to make them playable. Although some of you don't like the song, I think it's a good one. Sorry. So I have seen the Mishu song, the one that Dancepool and Dina are part of from the music video. Dancepool, what do you think of the choreo? Dancepool, 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 Dancepool. Okay, I really like it. I understand though that some people are not into the song. I think I'm gonna put this on good because I felt like when I watched the choreo, it was fun enough. I love the fact that we got Dancepool and Dina engaged in this, and it's pretty much a special song. I want to try it. Maybe it will change from good to okay one day, but I'm pretty sure for now it'll be good. Your good tier is looking longer. Don't worry, we're looking at some bops next. Don't worry. Whenever I make tier lists and I give feedback, I try to be as clear and obvious as possible because if everything's yeah and perfect, then nothing's yeah and perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it's not actual feedback that you're giving to some of these maps. Like, they can get better. And if they can get better, then we should say that they can. That is pretty much the biggest flip-flop from when it was presented to how much I like it now. This is insanely good. I love the entire intro and outro. I love the emotion that the coach is giving. And I wouldn't say I relate to Locked Out of Heaven as much as probably other people do. Jack Rose, my son. This is an amazing map. Like, I'm trying to put a cosplay together for it, and if anyone requests it, I'll be like, fuck yeah, bitch. It's a family affair. What can I say? This is such a great map. The choreo is better than what I anticipated it would be. It feels great to do. You're propped up with the beginning with all this emotion and the coach is doing a great job. I was gonna put it on a good during the preview and now it pretty much shot up straight up to yay. I hated this to begin with. I was just like, what is this? This makes no sense. I had Bruno Mars. I still do. But this made so much sense on so many levels. How it develops, the distrust that he has for all the other people that are joining in the end, all the other coaches with Sarah. It's just... This is a fucking masterpiece of a map. And I saw people cry seeing this map. It's difficult to make people cry with a game. A kid's game. A kid's game about dancing. Okay? Like... Think about that. Like, how many times have you cried on fucking Candy Crush? This is so incredibly powerful in the way it was delivered from top to bottom that I'm like, yes. There's one piece of feedback I have for this and it's the spin. The on one leg spin that does twice when you like hop on one leg and spin twice. I feel really scared when I do this. I feel like because it's mirrored, the coach did it on their correct leg and we're doing it on our wrong leg. I feel like this is not my strong leg. I don't know why, but I feel like I would like to spin on my left leg and not on my right. Whenever I spin on my right, it just doesn't make sense. It kind of feels off. Love Me Land. Where is this going, you guys? Where is Love Me Land going? I wonder. What do you think? While I sip my wine. I am negotiating with myself between yay and perfect. I'm leaning towards yay on this one. The only reason why I'm leaning towards perfect is really difficult to do with a controller. This is not a map designed to do with a controller. The frustrating thing is that the only way to play this game is with a controller. This map also got my hair caught up. It launched the controller once on me and it banged it so hard into my hand when I tried to do the lower move that I had to yank it out because it was pretty painful. That's my only criticism of this map. The map is fucking perfect. The map is exactly what you would want it to be. It is not too difficult, but it's not easy at all. It repeats, so you have time from the first verse to get the choreo, and then you can sass it up on the second part. It's just great. What I have a problem with, this is not a map made to play with a controller. It's just not. And it bothers me. It makes me angry because they know that we have to play this with a controller. Or worse, a fucking phone. Like a phone. Imagine jamming your phone onto the floor. This is why I'm leaning towards perfect and not yay, even though it's a really yay map. Like, do I grade this just as a choreography within the game, or do I grade it as a playable choreography within the game? If I have to go with playable, perfect is where it is. It's not a yay. I can't comfortably play this. I just can't. I am scared because I want to flip my hair and the controller keeps getting caught in my hair. I want to do the floor moves, but in the past 2 times we've done it, I had to skip the second one because I have jammed something or I've hurt myself somehow. From a playability perspective, I think I'm gonna put this on perfect. I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna shock everyone. Karega, I don't know if you're still here, but Magic is going straight to yay. I'm sorry everyone, but Magic is literally my favorite map in here. Outside of which, obviously. And then there's Magic. She's like the cutest little angel. And it's such a fun map to do. It's perfect for a warm-up. It's literally, I open the game and the first thing I think is, oh my god, I want to do Magic. Magic's so much fun. Like, oh, it's so good. It's like, you guys absolutely killed it with Magic. I was not 100% sure when the map came out. It sounded fun. I was just like maybe vibing with it. It's such a brilliant map and it's disguised as an average map. But like once you do it, you're like, this was absolutely amazing. This was great. Like this was brilliant. I want to do this again. And then you subconsciously want to go back to it again. I love Magic. I love Nobody Asked for Kylie. Nobody expected her to come back. I've never heard of this song before. And it's just the whole package. It's just perfect. It's just little, you know, little angel clouds. And you're like, yes, give me more angel clouds. I love it. I love Magic. I can do Magic all the time. Oh, you just did Magic? That's fine. I'll do Magic for you again. That's fine. Doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. I've done Magic twice today. It's fine. I'll do it again. It's so much fun. That's a good point to make. Thank you, Chad. Even if you're not a great dancer, Craig is saying that it's a great thing to do. What do you guys think about Majesty? I feel like we're gonna disagree here a little bit. I like Majesty, but I don't like that they're so smiley. Okay, good point, good point. That's some of the feedback we had about Majesty as well when we discussed it with the teams. Song is very good, but the dance is okay. Majesty should be good or perfect, I think. Majesty is super good. Yeah, as expected, actually. This appears to be quite a split vote. There is a part of Majesty that I really, really appreciate. I get the point that how smiley the coaches are doesn't quite fit with the tone or with what's actually happening or with the narrative. But what's important for you guys to remember is each coach fits their own universe, okay? You have Sarah, who's like really bubbly and happy. You have Braziana, who's like a super pump goddess or influencer, as the Twitter account would call her. You have Mihaly, who is very much into the Zen. And they continue to play their own characters. They play within their own universes. They don't align to the universe of Majesty. The other thing I can appreciate a lot about this map is it was dubbed as one of the most challenging to do. First, to find a song for it. Apparently, they've been looking for a song for this. And I can't imagine how difficult it is to find a song like that. That makes perfect sense. And it also fucking follows from which is the same performer as literally Apache. I think the song fits perfect in exactly what it's meant to deliver, which is like a final battle scene. I think it's kind of impressive that they've managed to bring in like what's probably like 5 different dance styles and 6 different characters into one map, make it cohesive. One of Dina's critiques on this map is that it's not very clear that Night Swan and Jack Rose are fighting. She felt like it should have been brought up a little bit forward. It's literally one of the first things I saw personally, but I'm the type of person that goes and looks for Easter eggs in the background. It's just something to mention. I love the song. I actually quite like the choreo as well. Always fucking hashtag Night Swan Army, bitch. Like if you don't play player 2/Night Swan Army, like you can leave. I'm sorry. Another complaint I have about this song is it's really poorly scored. It's just impossible to score this. And you really want to score it because it's part of the lore, it's part of the narrative. It's not meant to be super hard to do. Why is it this shittily scored? Who scored this? Please go back and do it again. It's really bad. It's really, really tough to score this. Not because we're not doing a good job, okay? Just get good. Like, it's broken. Fix it. Sorry. I'm gonna put Majesty on Super because of that. I think it's a great map, but I think there's also valid criticism. It was amazing for what it was for the very first time. They created a battle that made sense, that was like the big combination of things, and it looked great, but there's like little pieces that could be improved for the next time. And the main piece that can be improved is the nice one wins, okay? Like, that's why I'm upset. That's why I'm putting it on Super. Girl, give us nothing. Yay. $1 Million Baby by extra slimmed down Ava Max, whose head looks massive because she is so slimmed down she does not look like a human anymore. And then she has Shrek hands. Why, Ava? Why? You look fine, girl. You look fine. You don't need for your head to look so massive compared to your body. You do not need to be anorexic. You do not need to be 50 kilos. Please, girl, just love your body and love your Shrek hands. Do you think she's the one who asked, or is it UB? I don't think it's UB. The reason for that is, have you guys seen any of the maps that Braziana's featured in? Especially the magic map. You can actually see all of her curves, and you can see there's something that happens when you have a tummy. Happens to me as well. When you have a tummy, this part here, which is your belly button, and like around the belly button, when you wear very shiny clothing, it's shown. And I love the fact that it's shown in Magic. They didn't actually take it back, because it's exactly what happens when you wear shiny clothing and you have a body. And you have a body yaddy yaddy. Clothing is not 1D. It's not 2D. It's actually 3D. And I love that they left it. They left her little tummy and they left the indent that her belly button does because she has curves on her. That's not very consistent with making Shrek hand big head Ava Max. So that's my deduction here. Ava, girl, you look great. Please stop making yourself look like that. Okay, that being said, this song was a massive shock. It was a massive surprise because you look at it and you're like, okay, whatever. And then you do it and you're like, by the end of the entire week I spent in Paris, we were just idling like that. It's such a good choreo. Ava made a good choreo. It's literally titty twerk. Like, I'm just idling with it. That's my default. You know, it's Ava Max titty twerk, yay. That's what I mean, it's like such a random song that nobody asked for. It's never launched before. I think we heard it for the first time. I think like the launch came at the same time with the game. Good job, Ava. Good job on the song. Bad job on the body positivity. Just be yourself, for fuck's sake. So I'm gonna put this on perfect. I'm sorry. It's so much fun to do. But it's a serious meme. It's like a very like, this titty twerk's great. If you ask me to do $1 Million Baby, I'll be like, fuck yeah. Yes, girl, give us everything. I'm not gonna talk too much about that one. That one's gonna go on perfect. This is one of the songs I have been mostly excited to see. It delivered everything it should have delivered. I spent ages trying to learn it. I felt exactly the same as I felt with Drum Go Dumb. At some point I just gave up on the end bit. That happened in Drum Go Dumb as well. I have a video on this. It's not perfect, but at this stage I think they did it justice. It was a nice touch to have a different set of moves right at the end where they're not part of the usual choreography. I really enjoyed that. I wouldn't call it a yay because I wouldn't reach out for it all the time. But if someone asked me to do more, I'll be like, fuck yeah. Like, we'll do it. Let's do it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Right, Numb. This is the one Dancepool's been waiting for. Dancepool, you're gonna hate me now, but I'm actually a little bit scared of Numb. I'm putting Numb on Super because I really like the song. I think the choreo is great, but I would rather watch it than actually dance it. I feel like when I dance it, I'm a bit scared to go full on. The floor moves are very quick. I am not really good at them. It's a bit scary to just literally like jam yourself down onto the floor. If someone requested, I would kind of go like, ooh, okay. I need to like get mentally prepared for this and I need to think correctly and I'm fucking holding a controller and it's really frustrating and my hair needs to be out of the way. It's a really, really, really good map, but I'm scared of it. Put it into super. Excellent effort. I love how she like interchanges from the shards and at the end of the song. I'm not gonna leave for a super. Good. You're great. It's probably a yay for you. I get that, but we'll put it on a super. We have next Physical. So Elena's done a great job at this one. I feel like this is one of the best like con style songs to do with people. It ever so slightly changes a very simple routine. It's intense, but not too intense. Like it's gonna get your blood moving and it's gonna get your like body moving. It's gonna warm you up, but it's not super bad. Like it's not, I don't know, Footloose or Vodovorod or anything like that. How much do I reach for this one? I think I have a problem with it because I ended up liking the extreme so much of it that this one I don't reach for as much. So I think this one's gonna go on to super, because if someone requests it, I wouldn't be mad at it. I would just be like, okay, we need to get like a little bit warmed up, and I'll probably think, ooh, I wish they requested the extreme. Which is counterintuitive, I know what it means, but moving on. Playground. Now Playground has been a massive shock for me because when it came out I thought, oh, this will look fun, but I'll probably never do it because it's part of a series I don't watch. It's part of a company I don't really care about, and it feels like I need to know more about it than I do to enjoy this. And I watched it and I was like, okay, I guess this is fine. And then I played it and it's like one of the best songs in the entire game. It just so happened to be, I really enjoy it. I think the moves are put together correctly. So I'm gonna put Playground on perfect. Psycho Extreme. I think I tried this once. And I don't think I tried it at home either. This is some intense, hard, complex shit that I don't think I'll ever learn. This is one of the most intimidating songs that I have encountered. Even the easy version of this is intimidating, let alone this. There's so many intricacies in like the hand movements they have, and because there isn't anything much added to the hand movements, I feel like I can't even make it look good unless I learn it from top to bottom. Like this is one of the songs that I honestly don't want to do because I'll feel like I look like an idiot doing it. I've done it a few times. I don't understand anything in this. I give up. It is so intimidating. There is not much going on in it at first glance, and then when you look into the detail, there's so much incredible detail that's happening that you're like, whoa, I can't even like get 5% of this. This is how I feel about Psycho Extreme. It's not a very dynamic map, but it's so intricate that you're like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wave a controller. I have no motivation to even try to do it. It's a sad thing. It's when you go too complicated, and I don't know the song too well, so that doesn't help. Unfortunately, this will end up in good because it's not a bad map. I'm sure it's not, and I'm sure a lot of people love it. I'm pretty sure this is like Aldo's favorite map. I just can't get into it, and I don't feel like I want to try it, and I don't feel like I want to learn it. It's like one of those where this is too hard. Radioactive. Okay, this is harder than it looks. I had the amazing opportunity to do this with like 2 more people near me. I was like the middle coach. I recommended to everyone play the middle coach because the other 2 feel kind of off of place. The truth is, if you're alone, you feel out of place doing this. This is a combination dance, and you feel a bit bad doing it on your own because you have no like friend to like continue this. That's the only reason why I'm giving it a good. Otherwise, it's a pretty good map. It's harder than it looks. It's not bad by any means. It's very inclusive, which is like extra points. We have literally our first coach in a wheelchair, and it's actually a featured wheelchair. So I think that's a great idea. It's like a very intricate choreography, but you're gonna be alone. If you're gonna be alone, you're gonna feel like, okay, guess I did that one. Our next one is Rather Be. Our Mihaly coach, who's a main member of the lore, of the story, of the narrative. They are very much into the rise, into the arts, into like Tai Chi. I'm pretty sure Mihaly's 3rd chakra is wide open. This dance is hard. If someone was to request Rather Be right now, I'll be like, fuck, I don't know this. I kind of don't want to do it. It's really hard. I feel like a lot of you might hate me. The entire group I spent the time with in Paris were really massive fans of Ratherby. I like the little lore with the panda and everything. It has very many redeeming qualities, but the majority of it is just that. It doesn't feel that great to do. There it is. I said it. I'm sorry. Mihaly, you've done great, my dear, but no, sorry. Shall we talk a little bit about Lolita Banana? This is one of my favorite easy maps. Can we just talk about how fucking great that map is? It's so much fun. Literally, like, if someone requests Sissy That Walk right now, I'd be like, let's go for it. I love Lolita Banana. It's such a great map. Slay Lolita. Absolutely. Slay. That map is it flaps. Okay? And like the splits in the end. And it's easy. Anyone can follow through. I've never heard of the song before. It's so good. It's so much fun. I've never asked for this. I didn't know it existed. And then it came and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to put C-Style on perfect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lolita, you did great. I thought the split was such a nice add-on. It's like, okay, bitches, you're going to make me do this easy ass routine and I'm going to fucking slay it. But at the end, it's going to be my show. And I'm going to show you exactly how it's going to be my show. And it was like, yes, Lolita, you fucking kill it. Stay. Justin Bieber. That's one of the songs I was not excited about. I saw it and I was like, I can't see his legs. I have no idea what's happening. This is too colorful. I don't know what the hell is this choreo. Doesn't make sense. And then I tried it. And I was like, why does this slap? Why does this feel so great? Like, excuse me? It's also, it has a really good redeeming quality to it. I'm gonna sound like so sassy right now, but this song is one of the shortest ones as well, which makes it really good because you get so quickly into the climax and you just stay there. And by the time you're getting off of it, it's done. The song is done. You're done with it. And it's just like, Stay is such a good choreo. It is a really, really, really freaking good choreo. Whomever made it, you did great. So Stay is going in perfect. I'm sorry. There we go. Our perfect is growing. I know our tier list began with mostly good. But we're getting there, we're getting there. So we have Sweet But Psycho. That took a while to get into because the moves kind of don't make sense immediately. Whereas the moves in Stay felt like they were not gonna make sense, but they did make sense first time. This felt like, oh, this will be easy to pick up. And then I didn't pick it up easily at all. Like this part and then this part and this part, it just didn't feel natural. Is it a good map? It is. If you requested, how would I feel? I'll feel alright about it. I wouldn't be like, fuck yeah, but I'll feel alright about it. I'll be like, well, that's okay. Sweet But Psycho is my personal favorite this year alongside Telephone. The coach is amazing and the background matches the mood of the song. The lore is also a really nice touch. I agree with you. I want to say that what elevates this song is definitely the lore of it because it's picking up from pieces from ages ago, like Just Dance 2 with Hot and Cold and Rasputin. It's picking up from Sugar and Just Dance 2019. It's like building a story together. I'm still like just wondering in between whether it's perfect or super. It's definitely not a yay for me. It's not like my favorite song in here, but it's a really good one. And I kind of wonder, is it better than $1 Million Baby or is it not? I don't think it's better than $1 Million Baby. I'm sorry. If you tell me which song you want to do by Ava, I'll probably go Titty Twerk and not Sweet But Psycho. See, that's what I think. For me it is. That's what I think. Like, is it better than the other Ava song? And it's fun, but I wouldn't say that it has more value than it. She gives us nothing. I love being given nothing. So this one unfortunately will end up in super. Super is still a great score, okay? It's not okay or good. Next is a fucking masterpiece. So do I need to say a little about that? I don't think I do. Telephone is doing justice to exactly what we expected. I am really happy with Telephone. It's such high production budget. It is so many dancers. It's just everything we wanted. It's a masterpiece. It's just a masterpiece. I still don't love it as much as I love Witch, but it's a masterpiece. Easy peasy. Not too much to say about it. I like almost cried when I saw it for the first time. Billie Eilish. I think I agree with you, Matthews. I think it's decent. I think the controller makes it a little bit annoying. I actually don't mind doing it. It feels okay to do. It just, this part with the leg feels a little bit off. It's like, I know my leg's not being tracked. And I'm like, why is there such an intricate leg move and I'm struggling with it and it's not being tracked? I feel like a little bit cheated, but that's a Kinect player thing. I am gonna put Therefore I Am on good, because I think it's a good progression to where we were from the other Billie Eilish songs, all the Billie Eilish songs that performed by Arctical Phoenix. I think there's gonna be more coming in from Phoenix. There's like an additional skin to unlock. I can appreciate that part. I don't hate the song. I don't love it either. It's not awful to do, but if you request it, I'll be like, oh, that one. Okay. Toxic is gonna go on okay. It's an old song. I don't give a shit about it. It's there. The old version of Toxic, whatever. Like, it's there. I never hated it. I think it's a good choreo, but for this new song, like it's where it is. Our Agent D, I'm gonna put on yay. This is a very special map to me because one of my favorite people in the world is featured. I really like this map. I love discovering it. When it first came out, without the extreme, annoyingly it was like in the same week as maybe like Bring Me Back to Life or Numb. Just because a map is something that you expect and it delivered, I think it's on the same level of production as Telephone is. And one of my favorite people is in it. And she also helped create it. So I'm biased. I'm sorry, I'm biased. Call me biased. I love this map. It's really fun. It's really fun to do. I love that there's 3 coaches in there. I love that there's background. I love that there's a story. I love listening to Dina explain the way the choreography was made. It's like listening to someone you love when they talk about the thing they're most passionate about. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to listen to, and it makes me emotional about it. This is the epitome of being this Just Dance fan, being this like community member who loves this game so much, who has then made this game and performing this game and leading this game on stage their literal job, and has gotten to the point to work with the company that creates this game to fix a mistake that the game made 10 years ago. Like, I think this deserves a yay, whatever the outcome was. So this is my opinion on this. But also the map is fucking Bob. Like, it's such a good map. If you guys don't agree with me, you're more than welcome to. I just love this. Like, if you ask me to do Toxic right now, I'll be like, fuck yeah. I love doing it. It feels great. It's so much fun. I still scream internally whenever I see Dina on there. Did I react to this? I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm just gonna put it there. I'm pretty sure I looked at the preview of it and it was very low energy and I didn't feel too happy about it. So, oh my god, the pregnant ladies. What did we think of the pregnant ladies? Come on, Dutch audience, come through. Exhale. Fucking hell. Just the immediate X. I don't think this is as bad as you guys are saying it is. Compared to previous K3 dances, this is a bit boring for me. I'm tending to agree, actually. I love Danza de Faro, and this is not giving me this so far. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but that's sitting in okay. What are we doing with Walking on Sunshine? I want to hear your opinion, because it might be a little bit clearer what my opinion is based on the Dina video. Walking on Sunshine is actually a map I enjoy. Sorry, everyone. Speaking of, you know, being sassy and stuff, I actually like the very nostalgic feeling that it gives me. I wanted to see it at Dina's because I felt like it would be something fun to do, and it was a lot of fun to do. I'm sorry, but if you like request Walking on Sunshine for me, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that's actually a really fun map. I wouldn't put it at perfect or yay, obviously. I'm just deliberating with myself whether it goes on super or good. I think it's a great idea. That's how I feel. It's just so great, and the core is fun, and the little gag with the Pictos, and the fact that Dancepool did like the real Picto following. You got to meme it so much, and it was such a great piece of content, and that's why I appreciate. Like, this was not a serious map. This was not a map that was serving. It was a map that shocked. It's also on a song that has been done before. I just thought it was just something fun for them to do. So I'm kind of leaning on the super. And I'll cancel myself now. Because I don't think any of you agree with me. We have Wannabe next. It's one of the most difficult choreographies I have ever seen on JD. But the thing is, I still want to learn it. It doesn't scare me as much as Psycho does, because Psycho really scares me. This one is just like, okay, this is so many moves. It's so much movement. It's so like intricate and stuff. But there's like enough punch that I'm like, I'm just gonna try to follow along and it feels good. So if someone requests Wannabe, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I want to do more of it. I'm kind of inclined to put it in perfect. I feel like I have more motivation to just try and do it and fail at it. And it will still feel great failing. Let's just put Wannabe on perfect. Because I think it's a masterpiece of a choreography. Okay, watch out for this. I think we're left with a bunch of boring stuff. So I was really excited for this when it came. It's the closest I think we go to like a Latin flavor. I think this feels good. I don't really reach for it too much. I've done it like once or twice. Nobody requests it. Would I choose it myself? Maybe only because it doesn't get chosen too much. But I don't feel like giving it a super. I feel like this has to sit firmly and good. Okay, so how many of you are massive Disney fans? I probably need to know so I can scale the expectation. I think this is a firm good. The truth is, I can't really relate to this too much. The film was okay. Kanto, it was alright, but I would never reach for this. Not really. I think it's really high production value and I think it's really important for children. I can't honestly give this anything better than a good. I think it was good at what it was meant to be, but it's not for me. So I think it's just gonna sit firmly in good. I'm sorry, Hugo. I know you love this one. Woman Quartet. Woman Classique. Woman whatever. This was gonna be an X. I think it just about made it to good because of the rest of the choreo. I can't in my full conscience give Woman Classic anywhere better than good. It was literally an X when it launched and then the additional moves kind of gave it a little bit more edge. To be honest, I'm not sure which one I like more, like Woman Old or this woman. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a kids section so this song can solely live on its own there. This one is not that bad. I think that's the main takeaway for it. I know this one takes so much work to do. I know they work with a particular studio that did Mr. Blue Sky. I know that Mr. Blue Sky appears in there. It has its own narrative. It has its own cute thing going on. It might not be boring if you're 12 or 8 or 3 or have a poor taste, but you know, it's boring for me. So I think I'm gonna put this on good. I don't think it's okay just because of the amount of effort that went into it. Like you could see at the end where they were like putting all the different pieces. There was a little kitty running around. Like I thought that was really cute. But that's what's lifting it from an okay to a good. I'd never reach for this map myself. You guys have to request it. I like the cat though. The studio that does this commented on the video when I reviewed it. Oh, check out our video on this and this. And I just gonna reply to him saying, what's the name of the cat? And they didn't come back to me. So if they come back to me about what the name of the cat is, then it might bump up to a super. Just saying, you know, I am up for grabs. I am corrupt. If you want to corrupt me further, then tell me the name of the cat. Zooby-Doo. I don't want to do this. I really don't. I think Chakarron was more fun. X. Yeah. X. It's not as bad as Top of the World because the reptile thinks it's so serious. I'm like, oh my god, I'm on top of the world tonight. This knows it's dumb. It knows it's stupid. It's trying its best to be even more stupid than it should be. And I think it's doing such a great job at it. It's just not for me. It's just really not for me. I almost want to push it all the way to okay, but it's not as bad as Driver's License. Anyway, that's my commentary on Zooby-Doo. Boy with Love. I have tried this choreo actually a few times. It is a very scary choreo. I have struggled to make it work for me. Do I want to learn it? I'm not sure. I think it's better than the Boy with Love Classic, but I don't think it's quite super level. So I think I would quite consciously put this in good. I'm more likely to do it than any of those. But does it capture me with anything? It doesn't really. It's kind of too hard and it's really oddly scored. It's like too easily scored, if that makes sense. Can we get a poll? Should Asti bump Chicken X to super from good? 9 people saying yes, 1 people saying no. That's a pretty decisive vote. So I should. Okay. Boy with Love, as per chat choice, is being bumped from good to super. Okay. Winner, winner, fucking chicken dinner. I haven't made up my mind completely on where I want him to be, but now it's gonna be super because you guys decided. I've tried this twice and I really don't feel anything about it. I thought I'm gonna feel what I felt on Levitating Old, which when I saw Levitating Old, I felt like, God, this is so derpy. This is awful. And then I tried it and it felt really great. So I was like, oh my God, I want to feel the same here. You know, it looks a bit derpy, but I'm going to love it. And then I didn't. I feel like this is a good. What kind of gives fun though is this one. I initially did not like Danger High Voltage Alternative with the two guys. I felt like it was unnecessary. We already had the 16-bit version, which had so much lore in it, had so many Easter eggs. And this felt like, this is stupid. And then when you watch the entire map, you kind of realize it like tells the story of these two like schoolboys who are like living in student accommodation and they're like having such a blast. And it's actually quite fun to do, minus the fact that you have to jump onto your knees. Do I put this above the 16-bit version or do I not? The energy of the coaches carried this on. I think they have some great attitude. They were probably told like, just imagine you partying at home with your bestie. It really, really comes through. I give it a super. I felt like a super initially, so if you guys agree, we'll put it to super. The easy Dynamite was boring. We put it in good. I'll put the extreme version a little bit higher. I actually quite enjoyed the extreme version. It's something that I kind of want to continue trying to learn. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not Psycho level of intricacy. It's not Wannabe level of intensity. It's like in between them perfectly. I have mixed feelings about the next one. So the next one is more Seraphine version. Oh my God, how angry I am at Seraphine version. Why is it so hard to score? Why? Why did you make it so hard to score? It's meant to be an easy version. And you have this beautiful avatar that comes with a mega star. I'm very, very impacted by this map, as you can tell. Now that's outside the way. I feel like this is a really cute choreo. If I wasn't really that angry at the fact that I couldn't get a megastar in like 10 tries. Apart from that, I think it's a really good choreo. I think it's very well executed. And it just makes such a perfect sense to be the first KDA song that has like an easier version to it, because there was a fifth dancer. Just because it took 10 tries to get to megastar, I'm gonna put this in super. It would have been imperfect otherwise. I'm sorry, but you did this to yourself, whomever scored this. It would have been much higher. Just saying. That one's interesting because I initially didn't feel too strong for physical. Felt like this was a bit too like exercise routine from the 80s, and it was just like, yay. It really felt like something quite generic. It didn't feel right to me, and that was part of the preview. To make you all feel better, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to get like 6 unsubs from here, this is actually quite nice. I love it. I love the choreo. I think it does Dua Lipa justice, and I think I needed the full choreo, and I needed to do it to appreciate how good it is. I'm gonna say this, I liked physical a lot more than I did on the first look. I want to do it more, and I want to try it more, and I want to perfect it more. But it is a difficult song to score when you have a controller. It's one of those where I wish I can just drop the controller. But I want my Amanita avatar, so I don't want to drop the controller, so I'm just a little bit conflicted. It's not a yay, but it is a perfect. Psycho easy. I would put Psycho easy a little bit before Psycho difficult because she's cute. I like the song. I don't mind the song. I just am really intimidated by the difficulty of extreme version. Psycho Classic is fun. I quite enjoy doing it. And I think it features just enough of like the main moves so you feel like you're doing it. And you're like, oh my God, yay, I'm slaying a K-pop dance without actually doing the intense intricacies of the extreme version. So we have Stay, the inflatable version. Where should we put Stay, the inflatable version? What do you guys think? Masterpiece! You guys are so torn on this. I love it. I actually don't mind Stay. Would I pick Stay myself? Probably not. This is why it's gonna go in good. It's actually quite fun. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay, I think it's a good troll. I think it's a much better troll than Zooby-Doo or Top of the World. I think it makes sense. It follows from the last troll we had, which was the Chaperone. Literally features Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber as inflatables. I think the core is actually okay as well. I think it's fun to do, and especially fun to do with other people. So this is where we're gonna put it. Telephone alt. Where should we put telephone alt? Perfect, super good, okay. Okay, meh, meh, meh. What a sassy chap we have. You might hate me on here, but I kind of agree with the majority of chat. Telephone alt is okay with a hint of good. And the hint of good is pretty much their attitude. The song is carrying this through. It's like okay plus plus. Yeah, exactly. It's like okay plus plus. It had so much potential, but it's nowhere near Suakara old. Mostly because it doesn't feature a dark hair ponytail coach that looks exactly like me in glasses. But like, it's also pretty boring. I've done both coaches now, and I don't find neither of them very like interactive or more interactive than the other. It's just a bit boring. It's a long song and they're kind of sat down and the moves are very basic. I think this could have been better. I'm sorry, JD, but this was lazy. You went through all this trouble with Radioactive to do a proper like pop looking choreography with a dancer in a wheelchair and two dancers that were standing on the back, and they had so much configuration. And you did Sokar Old, which had changes between the inside the limo and outside the limo. And then you did Telephone, which so much budget went into it. And then you did Telephone Runway version, and you were like, yeah, let's do a choreo from like 2017 and it would be fine with it. And it's like, I think this is gonna go on a very straight good. Toxic Extreme. Is it worth talking too much about this one? I'm gonna put this in perfect because I think this is the best representation of a Britney Spears choreography from a music video / performances. It feels really great to do once you've done it twice. This is nowhere near like Wannabe Extreme or Psycho Extreme or any of those like fucking K-pop intricacies. This is old school Extreme where you can do it a few times and you feel like you've understood it better. You don't need to slow down each and every move. You kind of are working off the Pictos. It feels really great. It's like the best coach ever. It's the third coach from like the Toxic Classique. And it's so good. It's so good. It's wonderful. Wannabe Classic. Okay, I like Wannabe and I like Wannabe Classic as well. I'm gonna put them on the same level. That's very much in tune with the first preview I ever did for Wannabe Classic. I felt like Wannabe Classic was the best classic version of an Extreme song we've ever had. Really, really enjoy doing Wannabe Classic. So I'm gonna put it in perfect. I don't know where Woman Old sits. What do you guys think? Where is Woman Old? So I feel like you guys are quite split on Woman Old. One of you said it needs to be higher than Woman Classic. And I would agree with that, definitely. I think the best I could do Woman Old is Super. And then we fill that one up. I think the woman version is just that tad bit a little bit better. That's it. We ranked all of them. Look at that, chat. Look at that, guys. We have the entire top to bottom rating of JD23 done in December after I have tried every single map. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. I hope you agreed with my list, and if you didn't, that's too bad because it's still my opinion. Make sure you join us on Twitch. My chat will tell you to join us on Twitch. You can see how warm and welcoming they are right now, bullying me. We stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on a good week. And there's Discord, Instagram, Twitter, do the thing. I love you guys and thank you so much for being with me. Bye. Thanks for being here. 4 hours, 47 minutes. Who is she? A French streamer? Because she ain't a French streamer, I can tell you that.